I'm currently joined by Kamal Haasan, who is here right now because he's just back in Chennai after visiting areas hit by Cyclone Gaja. You'll remember, our viewers, Cyclone Gaja hit various coastal districts in Tamil Nadu and caused tremendous destruction. It's claimed the lives of 63 people as of today. The state government, we understand, has released a full estimate of losses incurred. 12 districts severely affected and 3 lakh houses have been damaged. Actor politician Kamal Haasan joins me right now, back after visiting several cyclone-hit parts of the state. Mr. Haasan, good afternoon and thank you for joining us. We understand that you have travelled to parts of the state of Tamil Nadu which are hit, which are suffering because of the cyclone. Could you tell us what your experience has been right now on the ground?
Well, we expected damage, but this was devastating, what we saw personally, because apart from nature, man-made, accentuated by man, inaction of man, the government, that is much worse. I mean, the aftermath, the relief work is poorly done, not done at all in most places. As I heard, you've done a coverage on something like that, and we went to certain other villages you couldn't visit, and it was appalling the way people are left to fend for themselves. And in a democracy, in a place where we boast of television channels and telecommunication and telephone towers everywhere, mobile towers everywhere, there was no communication at all. People were stranded. It is like we went back about 30 years, and that's how the communication was. There was no electricity, no food, no shelter, because most of them were thatched roofs and they all flew off. Some metal sheets were also, it looked like a giant bird had started pecking at every roof. Even factories were roofless. And then you can imagine
Mr. Haasan, the government of Tamil Nadu, yes. Mr. Haasan, the government of Tamil Nadu, led by Mr. Palaniswamy, has told us repeatedly to questions that we've asked them on the channel that they're doing what they believe is best for the people at this point. There is relief reaching the people on the ground. Now, our reporter Pramod Madhav, who's travelling through the state, has brought us reports of people who say that they don't have enough help. What do you think is going wrong?
No, they are being generous when they say enough help. There's none. And what best they can, I think they've reached the Peter Principle time. You know, they've touched the Peter Principle, and they think this is the best they can do. They have reached a level of incompetency, and that's it. And they have not done enough. And just claiming that we think we have done the best is, yes, bluster.
We also understand that people are unhappy with the establishment and the fact that all of these opportunities have been, or the cyclone has been used as an opportunity for photo ops. Politicians have put their photographs on relief material that has reached, a lot of the people, and that's upsetting citizens as well. Is this what you've also been told?
No, but you see, now this was started by them. In 2015, when we brought relief into Chennai, the party people of the ruling government now pasted their stickers on the vans that came for help. Anybody's. We were one of the victims. Apart from the flood-hit victims, we were also victims because they plastered their logo, their stuff on it. We didn't mind. As long as it reached the people, it doesn't matter. But that's cheap. So now everybody wants to put their name and their number. It's like a car number now. Even we did it because we want us to know that our help, our material has reached the people. So,
but Mr. Haasan, at the end of the day, isn't that opportunistic? aren't you effectively, and all politicians, Mr. Rajnikant included, aren't you effectively using this as an opportunity to promote your party by putting your party logo and your photographs on relief material that's reaching people who need it?
No, we just put it on the truck. The relief material won't have it. The truck, because we have to locate the truck. We have to locate the truck, and they may be waylaid in between. It's how bad the situations are bad. As long as the people take it, we don't mind.
I do understand that in the press release that your party has put out,
60, 70 trucks yesterday. We have to mark them somehow, just to keep track of them.
I understand from the press release that your party has put out that you believe a quantum of funds should be requested and released from the central government. Are you of the opinion that the Tamil Nadu government doesn't have enough funds for relief measures in coastal Tamil Nadu?
I beg your pardon? The central government?
In your press release that has come out today, and I'm reading a portion of it, it says that you have recommended the following steps to the state government. The third step is the quantum of funds being released from the central government seems to be an arbitrary figure with no information to be released about the results of the post-disaster need assessment from this disaster, the basis to determine the required amount of funds. Now, do you have reason to believe that the Tamil Nadu government is short of funds, or the Tamil Nadu government is mismanaging funds at this point?
Oh, that's obvious. People know. There are even charges which say much worse. People have been sent to jail with what they've done with funds. So that's nothing new. We are talking about asking for the Center for Help is fine, but what kind of help? What kind of assessment have you done? You've done nothing, and you've just flown to Delhi and asked for an arbitrary sum. The assessment should have been done by officers of the government who would have gone in by now. It's 7 days now. They should have gone in by now, assessed and given an assessment. They claim that they've given an assessment. It's faulty, it's erroneous. From what I did, I'm not an expert assessor. But when I went there, the numbers they said and what I could see didn't tally.
Mr. Haasan, what do you think the people of coastal Tamil Nadu need right now in terms of relief from the rest of the country?
Continuous support. It's a rehabilitation endeavor. It is not going to be a firefighting kind of a situation where you put down the fire, everything is done. But this is rehabilitation. Their livelihoods are lost. You give accounts of number of coconut trees. That's not the only cash crop in that area. There's tamarind, there's mango, there's jackfruit, there's cashew. Apart from cattle, rice, and other agricultural products, that's all gone down. There's no electricity. Yes, that can be revived. What do you do with coconut farmers? It's going to take 4 years for them to get back on their feet. They know no other business.
You've also said in your recommendations to to the government, you said that the Prime Minister and other relevant central ministers need to visit the affected regions immediately to gauge the situation and take necessary steps to enhance the relief process, rather than the Chief Minister of the affected state visiting Delhi. Now, what change do you think it will make if the Prime Minister visits the area? The NDRF, from what we understand, already has teams on the ground. Why is it necessary, in your opinion, for the Prime Minister to visit?
Because we have an inactive government. They are not even going there. They are not even visiting. So it is a national calamity. Tamil Nadu is a part of the country. So I think that our Honorable Prime Minister must find time, because it's an important part of the country.
Mr. Haasan, aren't you, are you stirring up emotions between Tamil Nadu and the rest of the country by making a statement like that? Does the Prime Minister visit every area that faces, a similar type of calamity, or does he leave
Then
it, or shouldn't he leave it to the NDRF and the state government and the relief teams to do what they know how to do best?
Okay, let him do that. If he is too busy, he can do the needful. I mean, come down the echelon and let the lower cadre work on it. But see to it that the machinery is activated. Right now, it is inactive, and that's a complaint from the people, from M&M party. And our recommendations go further beyond that. It is not about the blame game. It is not about, I truly believe Tamil Nadu should be and is a part of the country, and we work towards that. I'm not rabble-rousing here. But at the same time, we should look at measures that will rehabilitate these people. We'll have to declare this zone as smart integrated agricultural zone. They must do that. We are neglecting agriculture, and this is the rice bowl of Tamil Nadu, an important rice bowl of the south of India.
We understand that the Chief Minister has announced relief and aid.
And that is why we are talking.
Yes. We understand the Chief Minister has announced relief and aid, 1,000 crore rupees for immediate relief and rehabilitation, cash assistance of 8,800 rupees per family.
Out of which I think it's 87 crores.
Yes, 10 kgs of rice, 4 liters of kerosene. So do you believe this is not enough?
For agriculture.
Go on, please.
No, it is not. Not at all enough. I've been there. I've spoken to them. And it's not like trying to appease the people. It won't do. It won't do the job. Our job is to rehabilitate these people and
so what would do the job then, Mr. Haasan? If you say this won't do the job,
agricultural machine moving forward.
No, if you say this won't do the job, and I just want to finish what I was saying. 2.64 lakh rupees per hectare of coconut farmers, per hectare of coconut grove that has been destroyed, 13,500 rupees per hectare of paddy that has been destroyed, 42,000 to 3 lakh rupees given to fishermen for boats that have been lost or destroyed. Why do you believe this will not be enough, and what more do you think the government should do?
Can you repeat the cost of the compensation for the boat? 43?
Between 42,000 rupees and 3 lakh rupees given to fishermen for boats that are lost.
I'll tell you the cost of the fiber boats. I'll tell you the cost of the fiber boat. They've lost. It's shattered. It's tossed into the nearby woods, which is about 1 kilometer away. They are useless. The motors are gone. And each boat would cost 10 lakhs. You're going to give them 42,000 rupees? I mean, what kind of a haggle is this? And you have already paid higher amounts to people in ECR and in the Salem 8-track road compensations, which don't tally with this. They are going to give each fallen coconut tree 600 rupees and 500 rupees for removal. That's 1,100 rupees per tree. Okay, we are talking about compensation and removal of the wood, timber, as we could call it, if at all. But what happens? How do you rehabilitate them? 4 years it will take for them to stand back on their feet. Are they going to live on dole?
No, Mr. Haasan, what is your solution?
Another employment?
What is your solution? Let's go piece by piece.
Yeah, you have already paid when you want to. No, I don't know. The fishermen need boats, so give it to them. Give the farmers a loan waiver to begin with. Give them a loan waiver. Give them and get all the coconut research centers in the country to give them saplings to plant now for free. Give them advice how to grow them.
but wouldn't it be,
intercrops.
Mr. Haasan, isn't it more important at this point to focus on rebuilding homes, clearing of roads, restoration of electricity and water supply? I mean, I understand why you're talking about, finding saplings for the coconut groves, but first thing is first. I mean, rescue, from what I understand, is done. Now we need to rehabilitate, which means to rebuild homes and restore supply of electricity and water. Yes, go ahead, please. Go ahead, please.
Yes, first things first. But nothing has happened in the past 7 days. Some villages have not even been reached, and the kind of food that they have been reached is not edible. We have proof of that.
Which villages are these?
And people are living in camps, which is okay. I can give you Vetekar and Iruppu is one that comes out. I think Vellapallam is that fishing village I'm talking about. Vedaranyam is another. Muthupete is another place. I could give you a list of names. I mean, I could only visit a few. Many hundreds of villages.
Have you spoken with the district administration in these villages?
Electrical supply, that's fine. They can live with candles. They are eating one meal a day and living in 15 by 20 quarters which leak, and there are 150 people living in such quarters. You can't call them camps.
Okay. Mr. Haasan, have you or your volunteers had the chance to speak with the district administration in these 3 villages that you have mentioned? And is there a reason why the district administration has not been able to provide them with relief?
They are saying that we reach, this is all you can do, and they are being helpful with us. If you can do something, please go ahead. It's not that they don't want to do. They are underlings. They are low in the echelons. They have to get orders from the top.
All right, Mr. Kamal Haasan, finally, your message for the Chief Minister at this point, if you were to speak directly to him, what is your message or what is your appeal?
Sir, send your ministers to all pertinent points, to their constituencies. Do not fear the people. Go, face them. If need be, appease them. But supply them with their immediate needs, like tarpaulin. They don't have roofs. You're talking about rebuilding homes, ma'am. That's going to take a long time. That's going to take at least a week or 2 weeks if you use the latest technology. We're talking about tonight. It's raining right now in Trichy. We're talking about how they're going to spend the night.
You did say that the Chief Minister and his ministers should not be afraid to face the people. Do you think that's why they are avoiding these areas?
Maybe. Why should I stoke their fears or talk in defense of it?
Okay, Mr. Kamal Haasan, many thanks for joining us.
That's up to them, but they have to go to the people.
On Mirror Now, we're going to continue to, of course, monitor the situation in Tamil Nadu very closely and bring you updates of what's happening on the ground.